Hello, everybody.
Welcome back to another episode of Mondays Are For the Nerds. I'm your co-host, Jay Wright.
I'm your other co-host, Tristan Stump.
Thank you for joining us as we recap 2 weeks worth of news.
Yes.
We're very busy.
Probably be speedier than we think because we've gotten good at that. But
exactly. Still probably a longer one than we've been giving you recently.
Yeah.
Forewarning for October episodes.
Yeah, October's probably going to be a little more sporadic, but there are big enough game releases that I'm making Jay meet earlier or something.
Yeah, which I'm fine with.
And then there's also some other stuff that we're hoping to get out in October. There's been a lot of technical difficulties that all parties have not foreseen for Let's Plays.
Yeah.
So just stick with us. Halloween might seep into November a little bit, but it's fine. That usually happens.
It's fine. It's fine.
If you're not immediately listening,
it's fall season.
Yeah. If you're not immediately listening to Christmas music on November 1st, it's because you're not done with your horror movies yet.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah. So, did you do anything this week?
This week I started Arkham Knight.
Okay.
I started replaying Arkham Knight. I've played it once before, all the way through, minus the Riddler trophies, as like an in-between before Ghost of Yotai comes out. Mm-hmm. And I just finished the story again last night, and so I'm working on Nightfall Protocol, which is like wrapping up all the side stuff. Just a real quick, easy and out before Ghost of Yotai comes out. Other than that, I've just been writing, doing a lot. I've been wanting to tell you this for a while. I did rewatch Captain America Winter Soldier.
Yes.
Last week because Robert Redford passed away last week. And of course he is Alexander Pierce in Captain America the Winter Soldier. And me being a big spy fan as I am, I'm like, you know what? I kind of want to watch it again.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen it since like shortly after it came out.
I think the last time I watched it, and honestly, it was the first time I had watched it. If you want to know how bad I was at like watching Marvel movies when they were coming out when I was younger. The first time I watched Captain America Winter Soldier was in my dorm room 4 years ago.
Wow. No.
I knew what happened because I knew comic books.
Yeah.
So I knew like the twist of who the Winter Soldier was. So it never really like bothered me that I missed it. Yeah. But I never watched it until other than the elevator scene because everyone was watching that on YouTube.
Elevator scene, the highway fight.
Yeah. But the only true way I had even gone through the plot a little bit was the level in Lego Marvel Avengers.
Dude.
I know, right?
I can't believe you hadn't seen it
like
until then.
Captain America or Captain America the First Avenger. The first time I watched that was when it was on DVD and we rented it from Movie Gallery.
See, that's fair though.
And so, because that was what,
2010
when it came out?
I think so.
And I don't even remember. I remember Iron Man coming out and Iron Man 2. I don't remember Captain America coming out. And then I kind of remember Thor being a thing. Yeah. But then like the Avengers came out and my parents were like, oh, we need to watch Captain America and Thor before that. So they rented the movies. And I'm like, were these a thing? And they're like,
a couple of years ago.
Yeah, well, I thought we took you to the theaters to watch it.
Yeah.
And
I didn't start fully watching it until I watched Avengers in theaters. I watched and then I didn't really start like watching it. Have to go see it until I watched Age of Ultron, but Civil War is when it really started. Like every single Marvel movie came out.
Honestly, the earliest I remember watching a Marvel movie in theaters, unless I'm getting my timelines mixed up, I sort of remember The Avengers. I sort of remember that, but I couldn't tell you if I actually went and watched it in theaters.
Yeah. People, listeners who know me are probably like, you didn't see the Marvel movies till like 14, 15. I'm like, listen, growing up as a kid, I had nightmares about Hulk and Spider-Man.
Iron Man 3 is the first one I remember going and seeing in theaters. I was trying to remember if Iron Man 3 or or if Guardians of the Galaxy, because Guardians of the Galaxy is the other one
I did see Guardians of the Galaxy in theaters. Yep.
But Thor Dark World, I missed seeing that one. Mm-hmm. So Thor Dark World was also another one where Marvel's Avengers, like the Lego game, was how I knew what happened in Thor Dark World until I watched it. That one I watched for the first time in like 2016 or something. Mm-hmm. I think I watched it ahead of watching Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Which would have been 2017. But
that's when I crammed all my Marvel, like I'm talking Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man, X-Men, all that in between Guardians of the Galaxy and Age of Ultron coming out because I'm like, I need to see all these now.
Yeah.
My eyes were open with Guardians of the Galaxy.
But yeah, so that is like how I am with, and then it's funny that now this new DC universe is starting and I'm going to be like, I'm going to be here for all of this.
It's wild that we're just now getting into these very recent stuff.
Right.
But when I was watching it, Arnim Zola said a line that got me thinking. He referred to Hydra as New World Order.
Huh.
Which, as anyone who knows, was the original title of the Captain America 4 film. Captain America New World Order before they changed to Brave New World. And that got me thinking about what Cap 4 could have been. My little mind was spinning. I basically replaced the Thinker fully with the Serpent Society.
Okay.
And so I came with a little synopsis. I don't know if this is good. I like it, but like my like spy love, I'm like,
because we also know that there were superpowered beings in the original draft.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I kept the Serpent Society. So basically I say during the blip, if you want to like make this more, because the trailers were alluding to a more Winter Soldier-esque movie, which it kind of was. So during the blip, rogue Hydra operatives secretly formed together and gained a secret foothold in politics again, taking advantage of the 5-year blip.
Okay.
And Ophelia Sarkeesian, you know who that is? Yeah, you know where I'm going with this. Works as President Ross's personal aide and has been poisoning him slowly to get him to Red Hulk form, which there's bits of Brave New World in here. In the hopes to one day take over, the Serpent Society act as a rogue terrorist group wanting to overthrow the government until it is revealed that Ophelia has been a double agent all along. She leads the Serpent Society known only as Viper, and having never shown her face to them, goes by having never shown her face to the Hydra pocket cells, she goes by Madam Hydra to them. And then Ross turns into Red Hulk in the third act, and Sam Wilson, Falcon, and D-Man, who is in Brave New World, I did not realize, must subdue him and take down Madam Hydra as like a little espionage movie. It's basically Winter Soldier 2. But
that would have been cool.
Yeah.
Just to kind of wrap up any loose end Hydra stuff that might have just gotten dropped because we've moved on from that one
so quickly.
But
once Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was not a thing anymore.
Yeah.
That's what I was like. I saw that and I'm like, I need to not focus on the rest of this movie and finish typing this out. I like research stuff all over the place and I'm like, yeah, I loved it. But that's what I did during my small talk. During my week.
For the last couple weeks, I have been juggling some games. So I think I mentioned on here, Sam has been playing Spider-Man for the first time.
Yes.
So I realized I have remastered on my PlayStation subscription. So I
don't have the remastered version.
So I downloaded the PS5 remastered. It's mostly the same.
They just
Peter
changed his
Parker's
look.
model is different. So I was like, I'll play it. Well, she's playing it because I'm in the mood to play it, but she's borrowing it, so I don't want to take it from her. And so I downloaded it, and so I've been playing it, re-getting the new trophies because it's a new version of the game, so I have to start my trophies over. And, so I've been playing that. Lego Dimensions and Arkham Asylum. Like I've been rotating between the three. So I did not finish Lego Dimensions in time for the anniversary this week, which is fine. I'm almost done basically, so I'm going to count it. Yeah. So I've been playing through Spider-Man again.
So good, dude.
It's so good. I just got what point did I get to? I don't even know where Sam's at because the last time I had watched her play, she was the first time. It was the first Miles section.
Yeah.
Where he goes to look for his dad.
Okay. Yeah.
And so I just fought Shocker. I think that's the last thing the
first time or the second time?
Doc Ock's stuff got repossessed. That's where I got. So
the first time.
Norman's first appearance in the story. So I got to there. Arkham Asylum. I think I just got the Batclaw. I just got out of the sewers for the first time. Not the Killer Croc section of the sewers.
But
just when you get the Batclaw and you go through the sewers the first time, and then you're jumping through all that old architecture. I got to that point.
I hated that part.
It especially sucks to go get all the Riddler trophies there. The original Arkham Asylum probably has the least bad Riddler trophy. Not that
Absolutely.
I'm okay with the Riddler trophies. Like they don't get on my nerves as much as most people do. But that
get on my nerves,
section,
but like not nearly.
That section is the only part where I get legit like mad when I'm trying to 100% it again. And
you can't tell where you can grasp onto and where you can't. And then you can't get back to that area.
Especially when you get the bat line and it's like, But yeah, so that's pretty much been my week. I haven't watched.
Wild that all three of us have started Spider-Man roughly at the same time,
right?
And without even knowing.
Yeah, and so I did that. I did read a Batman novel, like a young adult novel called Batman Nightwalker, and it's about like it's part of this shortly lived, because I don't think they're making them anymore, but DC Icons novels, which are like reimagining DC characters as young adults or teenagers for the young adult audience. And so a lot of the time it's not like, oh, Batman's a teenager now. It's this is set during Bruce's 18th birthday and like the summer after he graduates high school, before he goes to college and starts his path towards being Batman.
Yeah.
And he is driving this new Wayne Tech car, and
Batmobile.
And he chases down this member of a terrorist group, like, and gets in a car chase with him because he just on a whim is like, police won't catch them in that car. I can catch them. And so he catches them, but then he's arrested for interfering with, police work and driving recklessly and stuff. So he gets community service time, and the detective that is put in charge of his community service puts him in Arkham Asylum to be his community service.
No, a kid, 18-year-old?
Yeah, to be a janitor. Like, he's going to clean around Arkham Asylum. And this is before Arkham Asylum is, like, truly corrupt. Like, there's bits and pieces of, like, things being corrupt, but it's never addressed past a couple conversations where it's like, this is just bits and pieces for world building. But while he's there, another member of the Nightwalkers, which is the terrorist group, has been arrested and is being kept at Arkham, and it's a girl that's his age, and she only talks to him.
Who is it?
And it's a new character. It's no one. But so this romance blossoms between Bruce and this girl, which Bruce knows shouldn't be a thing because she's a murderer and stuff. And anyway, and so the detective begins to reluctantly use him as a source to get information, but then he starts investigating on his own, and it was very interesting. And there's a couple funny spots with Alfred, where Alfred and Bruce kind of have like this their early like when he's driving the car at the beginning of the book, and he's like making hard turns and turns he shouldn't and stuff, and Alfred is like, where you got this reckless behavior? I have no idea. And he's like, maybe I got it from you because you used to drive for... Anyway, and so later, like, there's a callback later where Harvey breaks Bruce out of jail. This is spoiler alerts for like a 7-year-old book. I think it came out in 2019. So a 6-year-old book. Might have been 2020. So it's old enough that I don't think I need to do spoiler alerts for this. But Harvey Dent breaks... Bruce out of jail, and they're running, and a car just speeds up, and it's Alfred, and he's like, need a ride? So they get in, and Bruce is like, I knew I got it from you. And Alfred is like, this is a one-time thing. I did used to be in special forces, so like I am used to...
Which is some comics he is.
Yeah. But anyway, and so in fact, there's currently a run where he's in MI6. But it was a really interesting book, and there's a couple.
Awesome.
It's mostly new characters. I feel like they could have played around a little bit with existing. The only pre-existing Batman characters that I picked up on were Batman, Harvey Dent, Alfred, and just like the setting of Arkham, and Lucius Fox. Every other side character is
Gordon
new. Gordon is in the very end because it's set before he's in. Set before he's in Gotham. Okay. But he's at the very end because the detective character that kind of fills in for what Gordon would fill.
That's
in.
what I thought.
She has her whole story arc and stuff, but it was very good. And like I said, there were parts that were funny. It was mostly whenever Alfred was there, or like Harvey would have, or there's one thing where there's a girl character. So Batman, Harvey, and a girl whose name I forget are like, that's their little friend group in high school. Yeah. And she has this moment where she catches Bruce like sneaking away from a concert to break into a building to do some investigating. And she's like, are you crazy? Do you want to get arrested again? And he's like, look, just give me 30 minutes and I won't do this again. She goes, 30 minutes and we won't do this again.
It's me though.
Anyway, so I enjoyed that book, and now I'm on to a new book called I'm Afraid You've Got Dragons.
I saw that.
Which is by Peter S. Beagle, who's the author of The Last Unicorn, if you've ever heard of The Last Unicorn.
Yeah.
Wonderful movie, and now I'm wanting to read the book, but it's about I'm just going to read the back of it for you, Jay, because I want to see if you
knowing how much I love How to Train Your Dragon.
Dragons are common in the backwater kingdom of Belmontaine, coming in sizes from mouse-like vermin all the way up to fabled kings, which haven't been seen in an age. Gaius Aurelius Constantine Heliogabulus Thrax, who would much rather people call him Robert, has recently inherited his deceased father's job as dragon exterminator, a career he detests with all his heart. Things turn from bad to worse when Robert is hired by the royal family to disinfest the entire castle, as Princess Cerise is determined to receive Crown Prince Reginald with the shabby chateau looking its best. What happens next is not a fairy tale you may be expecting. So this is How to Train Your Dragon meets, like, I'm trying to think of like a classic fantasy, like with magic and stuff. Like it is knights and
literally
dragons.
said it's someone who's like supposed to like kill dragons but doesn't want to. I'm like,
yeah. And spoiler alert for the opening chapter, he keeps, like, whenever he exterminates, he keeps some as pets.
yeah, it's as expected.
And they're intelligent. Like he tells one to like make their beds, and then the narrator describes like they're so used to their routine that they also make his bed, and they will sometimes make his bed while he's still in it.
I love that.
And just there's different funny moments where like his best friend helps him exterminate, so they're in the castle and he's looking around. And this came out last year, so I won't try to give too many spoilers.
Yeah.
But his best friend is like looking around the castle because he's never been there before, but Robert has, and is like, this castle is huge. He goes, yeah, there's probably about 1,000 dragons here that we'll have to get rid of. And he's like, next time you wake me up at midnight for a job, I'm going to tell my brother to tell you I died from the plague. And he goes, well, the next time the king fetches me at midnight, I'm going to send him your way so he catches it.
I love that.
Anyway, and it's nice. It's got nice world
like right
building.
up my
They
alley.
actually go into detail how he looks for dragons. Like he's got like his tools. Like he's got like a hammer that's covered in doe skin to like check for tunnels. And anyway, it's very
so
cool.
awesome.
I am very much enjoying this book.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, how have I not read any of Peter S. Beagle's other stuff? Because this is just.
It's like when you find one, like whenever whoever what's his face wrote Sisters Grimm. I'm like, I need to read everything. Nerds. He wrote that. I forget his name, but I'm like, his writing style. You just find someone you stick with. Buckley, I think.
I think it's Michael Buckley.
Michael Buckley. It's like I'm using him as an example. Like his writing style. I'm like, I love this so much, and I want to read every single book he's ever written.
Oh, absolutely. I'm just glad one of his books is finally getting a
Sisters Grimm. I know
adaptation, because Nerds was supposed to be getting an animated movie as early as when the book came out.
That's made for it too.
I've only ever read the first
5 or 6.
But in 2012, so around the time the third or fourth book came out, there was supposed to be a movie. Elton John's Rocket Pictures was going to make a Nerds movie. And
he would have made some songs for it, some fire.
Oh, absolutely. And then years went by and nothing happened. And then in 2024, there were no updates on the film. But apparently in 2022, a TV show might be being made. But there's
we bring this up because
that.
I saw a trailer this week, which I didn't include in my notes for some reason. I don't know how old it was. Sisters Grimm is getting an animated series coming out next week on Apple TV.
I've never read the Sisters Grimm books.
I love them. There's 9 books. I love them. They're so good.
I told Jay I might have read the first one, but I borrowed the first book and the first Spiderwick Chronicles in middle school, and Spiderwick Chronicles stuck.
Yeah. Dude, you need to read these. They're good. They are good. I'm not going to spoil anything, but they're good.
But yeah, so that's what I did this week. A lot of reading, a lot of game playing.
Nice.
Didn't really watch a whole lot of stuff that wasn't YouTube or like a TV show that I'm binging with Sam or anything. Nothing new. I haven't been watching, like, we'll get to it later, Peacemaker or anything.
Yeah.
We'll
get to it.
I've just been kind of existing.
Yeah.
Games have been I've been like, I have so much on my backlog. I'm getting new games. So
same. I was working a lot.
Yeah.
Anyway, shall I move on to my releases?
Yes, sir.
In my releases this week, on Wednesday, or these past 2 weeks, on Wednesday, September 17th, Elio came to Disney Plus. On Thursday, September 18th, on streaming, Aztec Batman Clash of Empires released on HBO Max. In the time of the Aztec Empire, tragedy strikes Yahualicotl when his father is murdered by Spanish conquistadors. To warn King Moctezuma and his high priest Yoka of imminent danger, Yahuli escapes to Tenochtitlan. There, he trains in the temple of the bat god Sizenican, with his mentor developing equipment and weaponry to confront the Spanish invasion and avenge his father's death. Along the way, he encounters key figures like the fierce Jaguar woman and the conquistador Hernan Cortez. On Friday, September 19th, in theaters, Him released for the third episode in a row. Cameron Cade is a rising quarterback who suffers a potentially career-ending injury after being attacked by an unhinged fan. Just when all seems lost, Cam receives a lifeline when his hero, Isaiah White, offers to train him at an isolated compound. A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey hit theaters. Through a surprising twist of fate, single strangers Sarah and David get to relive important moments from their respective pasts, illuminating how they got to where they are in the present. I did go see that. I should not have seen it in the state I'm in. Specific shout out, I'm really loving like the screenwriter, Seth Rice. Got some quotes where I'm like, these are so good. Xeno, released in theaters, a teenage girl develops an otherworldly bond with an alien after it crash lands in the desert. As government agents close in, she must protect her new friend while uncovering a secret that could change the fate of both of their worlds. The Senior got a limited release based on the inspiring true story. The Senior follows a man who, 37 years ago, was kicked off his college football team for an altercation. Now at 59, he still carries that burden. He decides to go back to school to get his degree and try out for the team to redeem his past. The Lost Bus got a limited release. The white-knuckle ride through one of America's wildfires as a wayward school bus driver and a dedicated school teacher battle to save 22 children from the inferno. History of Sound, for the second episode in a row, got an expansion. Steve got a limited release. A head teacher at a reform school struggles to keep his students in line while dealing with his mental health. Adulthood got a limited release. When siblings Megan and Noah uncover a long-buried corpse in their parents' basement, they stumble into a wildly escalating spiral of crime, cover-ups, and murder. The deeper they dig, the harder it becomes to escape. And Waltzing with Brando got a limited release. It follows Brando, played by Billy Zane, then the most famous actor in the world, as he filmed Mutiny on the Bounty and bought a tiny and uninhabitable island in Tahiti. His intent was to escape his hectic Hollywood lifestyle and show the world the path to sustainability. On the streaming side of things, on that day, Swiped came to Hulu, which is the origin story of Bumble, and Superman released on HBO Max. On Tuesday, September 23rd, on VOD/digital, Adulthood was again released just a couple of days after it had a limited run in theaters, and The Home came to VOD. On Friday, September 26th, in theaters, One Battle After Another was released. But Bob is a washed-up revolutionary who lives in a state of stone paranoia, surviving off-grid with a spirited and self-reliant daughter, Willa. When his evil nemesis resurfaces and Willow goes missing, the former radical scrambles to find her. As both father and daughter battle the consequences of their past, I did watch this last night. 10 minutes shy of 3 hours, didn't know it till the night before, and you could kind of feel it. But once it hit, like, there's the time jump, and then you get constant Leo being stoned and paranoid. Hilarious. Sean Penn is a horrible villain.
Yeah, Jacob said last night, he goes, fun, because I mentioned you said
it's like a dark funny. Comedy.
And he goes, funny? It doesn't look like it's going to like pretty serious. I said, I think it's kind of Nobody-esque is like the vibe I got of like not quite as ridiculous as Nobody.
It's still more of like a drama, but like,
But Leo, there's enough of that like.
Leo is so paranoid that he's part of a revolutionary, and he goes to Benicio del Toro's dojo because that's where his daughter was after his daughter was taken. And he's there and he's like, packing stuff up, and Leo's trying to find a charger for his old phone because he doesn't want people to track him. And he comes out of the closet and he's like, "What? I need a weapon. You only got nunchucks in here." And then he hears sirens go by and he hits the floor, and then Army crawls over to the thing because he doesn't want the cops to see him. Yeah, it's so funny. Sean Penn. When I say horrible villain for Sean Penn, I mean like he is like you hate him. Yeah, you hate him. He did a good job. Really good movie. The Strangers Chapter 2 released in theaters after learning that one of their victims, Maya, is still alive. 3 masked maniacs return to finish the job. Gabby's Dollhouse, the movie, released in theaters. When Gabby's Dollhouse, her most prized possession, ends up in the hands of an eccentric cat lady named Vera, she sets off on an adventure through the real world to get the Gabby cats back together before it's too late. Eleanor the Great got a limited release. After 7 years with her best friend, Eleanor moves to New York City for a fresh start. Making new friends at 90 proves difficult. Longing for a connection, she befriends a 19-year-old student. That's Scarlett Johansson's directorial debut with June Squibb. I want to see it, and I'm going to cry when I see it. And on streaming, All of You came to Apple TV Plus, a stirring, near-futuristic romance of 2 best friends who harbored an unspoken love for one another, even after a test matches one of them up with their supposed soulmate. And Ruth and Boaz came to Netflix. A singer leaves the Atlanta music scene and starts over in small-town Tennessee, where she finds love and new purpose but can't escape the past. On the TV side of things, I do have more than I usually do on TV because fall network season started up these past couple weeks. Monday, September 15th, saw the season 6 premiere and the series premiere of Celebrity Name That Tune and Celebrity Weakest Link, respectively, both on Fox. Bold and the Beautiful had a season 39 premiere on CBS, and Futurama season 13 released on Hulu. Tuesday, September 16th, Dancing with the Stars season 33 premiered on ABC, followed by the season 2 premiere of High Potential. On Wednesday, September 17th, The Morning Show season 4 premiered on Apple TV Plus. Gen V season 2 for the third episode in a row premiered on Amazon Prime Video, and The Summer I Turned Pretty had its series finale on Amazon Prime Video. More on that later. Thursday, September 18th, saw the miniseries Black Rabbit come to Netflix. Friday, September 19th, Lego Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy Pieces of the Past miniseries dropped on Disney Plus. Sunday, September 21st, saw the Season 3 premiere of Tulsa King on Paramount. Monday, September 22nd, NBC held the Season 27 premiere of The Voice and the Season 2 premiere of Brilliant Minds. And Let's Make a Deal Season 17 and The Price is Right Season 54 both premiered on daytime CBS. Tuesday, September 23rd, Murder in the Small Town Season 2 premiered on Fox, followed by Doc Season 2. And The Lowdown had its 2-episode series premiere on FX/Hulu. I do want to see that one really bad. Wednesday, September 24th, ABC had the Season 2 premiere of The Golden Bachelor, Season 7 premiere of Shark Tank, CBS had the Season 49 premiere of Survivor, The Fox had the Season 4 premiere of The Floor and the series premiere of 99 to Beat, The CW had the series premiere of Law & Order Toronto Criminal Intent, Apple TV Plus had the Season 5 premiere of Slow Horses, and the Marvel Zombies miniseries dropped on Disney Plus. I did finish that today. It's actually really good. Very good. It's not as wasn't affected by the gore as I thought it would be. Thursday, September 25th, The Amazing Race had a Season 38 premiere on CBS. NBC had the Law & Order block all premiered with Season 27 of SVU, Season 25 of the original Law & Order, and Season 5 of Organized Crime. Fox had the Season 24 premiere of Hell's Kitchen, Season 3 premiere of Special Forces World's Toughest Test. Netflix had Season 3 of Alice in Borderlands, Season 1 of House of Guinness, and Season 2 of English Teacher dropped on FX and Hulu. And on Friday, September 26th, Celebrity Wheel of Fortune Season 6 premiered on ABC, 2020 Season 48 premiered on ABC, Dateline NBC Season 34 premiered on NBC, and The Savant Limited Series released on Apple TV+. In one bit of music news, last week, the Wicked for Good soundtrack has been revealed and will feature 2 new songs written by Steven Schwartz, as we previously announced, featuring No Place Like Home, performed by Cynthia Erivo, and The Girl in the Bubble, performed by Ariana Grande. And that is all of my releases for this week. Making up on the short releases that I've had the last couple weeks.
I've got quite a bit of releases for this last couple weeks. In fact, so many that there are not going to be any descriptions for these games.
I shortened some of my synopsis.
Because I need to get through this, and I hate to do this because I don't like to. I like to credit where the games come from and stuff, but just for the sake of time. September 14th saw the release of the Assassin's Creed Shadows Claws of Awaji DLC. The Little Witch in the Woods released on PC and Xbox. So September 15th saw Arena Breakout Infinite release on PC. Fata Diem release on PC. Lego Voyagers release on all major platforms. No, I'm Not Human release on PC. Synthetic Hopes release on PC. Troleu release on PC, and Troublemaker 2 Beyond Dream release on PC. September 16th saw Don't Get Your Hopes Up release on PC. Henry Halfhead release on PC, Switch, and PlayStation. Mars Attracts release on PC. Skate release on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. That's the new free-to-play game in the Skate series. Town and City release on PC, and Voyagers of Nera release on PC. September 17th saw Concierge release on PC. Deep Rock Galactic Survivor DLC. Flick Shot Rogues released on PC. King of Ping Pong Megamix made its way to consoles. Lord of Amber Maze released on PC. Lost Skies released on PC. Shape Hero Factory released on PC. Strange Antiquities released on PC and Switch. I pronounced that weird. Sushi Bin released on PC. Type Noise Shonen Shoujo released on on PC.
That's what happens whenever we move fast. I had sub.
September 18th saw the release of Arctic Awakening on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. Burden of Truth on PC. Bite Bond on PC. Class of Heroes 3 on PC, Switch, and Switch. Easy Delivery Company release on PC. Extinction Rifts release on all major platforms. Formula Legends release on all major platforms. Goblin Cleanup on PC. Hello Kitty Island Adventure Wheat Flower Wonderland DLC on Switch and PC. Jelly Troops released on PC and Switch. My Child of Ages released on PC. Megabonk released on PC. Moros Protocol released on PC. Big 2 weeks for PC. Netherworld released on PC and Switch. Platypus Reclayed on all major platforms. Puzzle Quest Immortal Edition on all major platforms. Trails in the Sky First Chapter on Switch, Switch 2, PlayStation, and PC. Wobbly Life made its way to Switch. September 19th saw the release of A Gentleman's Dispute on PC. Break Arts 3 on PC. DreamWorks Gabby's Dollhouse Ready to Party released on all major platforms. Dying Light, The Beast released on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. Eclipsium released on PC. Folly of the Wizards made its way on all major platforms. Hike Northern Lights released on PC, Switch, and PlayStation. Jump Space released on PC PC and Xbox. Marissa of Liar Top Mountain, released on PC. Toa and the Guardians of the Sacred Tree, released on all major platforms. Wonder Stars, released on all major platforms. And Warborn Above the Ashes, released on PC. On September 22nd, Blood Thief, released on PC. Deadly Days, released on PC. Endless Legends 2 made its way to... I don't have the consoles listed for that one. Northwind, released on PC. Stash, a Card Looter, released on PC. September 23rd saw the release of Aethermancer and Aztecs The Last Sun on PC. Baby Steps on PC and PS5. Blippo Plus on PC and Switch. Celestial Empire, Deconstruction Simulator, Forsaker, Hyperviolent, It Has My Face, Lost Isle, and Pompeii The Legacy, all released on PC. Slime Rancher 2, released on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. The House of Tesla, released on PC, and Twinklebee, released on PC. September 24th saw Forgotten Fragments make its way to PC. September 25th saw Agatha Christie, The Death on the Nile on all major platforms. Ooh. Ayasa, Shadows of Silence on PC. Effulgence RPG on PC, Consume Me on PC, Fire Emblem Shadows was shadow dropped on all mobile devices, Hades 2 released on 1.0, released on Switch and Switch 2 as a limited time exclusive, Lost Rift released on PC, Mamoru-kun Recurse released on all major platforms, Out of Time released on PC, Rain World The Watcher DLC on all major platforms, Silent Hill F released on Xbox, PS5, and PC, Sins of the Solar Empire released Reinforcements DLC on PC. Sonic Racing Cross Worlds released on all major platforms. I was hoping to play it, but I did not get a chance to because budget. Yeah. Sworn released on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. And then on September 26th, Atelier Resloriana, The Red Alchemist, and The White Guardian released on Switch, PC, and PlayStation. Clover Pit released on PC. EA Sports FC 26 released on all major platforms. Hotel Barcelona released on Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. Lost in the Open released on PC. NBA Bounce made its way to all major platforms. And finally, Pac-Man World 2 Repack released on all major platforms. I got that for my PS5. It is a remake of Pac-Man World 2 from the GameCube PS2 days. Dude. It's a 3D platformer. Yeah. And it is, I've played the first two worlds. Good. Really, really good. Not as good as I remember. It is one of the first games I remember playing at somebody else's house.
Yeah.
I never owned it, but I went to other people's houses and played it. So it's nice to play it. And they made a lot of good improvements. But yeah. So that is my releases for this week.
Nice. I have my first batch of miscellaneous. In posters, last week we got the poster for the Paranormal short film, The Thrifting, character posters for The Housemaid, the IMAX poster for The Smashing Machine on the second episode in a row, Avatar, The Way of Water, the IMAX re-release, Begonia, and Now You See Me, Now You Don't. And this week we got posters for Primate, which is a horror movie about a chimp who's raised by a family and then it gets loose and goes crazy. I'm like, I will not be seeing that because I already have nightmares about that whenever I watch a true crime doc. The Mandalorian and Grogu return to Silent Hill. Elphaba and Glinda character posters for Wicked for Good on the third episode in a row. It Welcome to Derry, Greenland 2 Migration, Springsteen Deliver Me From Nowhere, Avatar Fire and Ash, the 30th anniversary re-release of GoldenEye, CC Road to Revenge, and 911 Season 9. In trailers, last week we got The Witcher Season 4 releasing October 30th on Netflix, Monster of the Ed Gein Story releasing next week, October 3rd on Netflix, Splinter Cell Death Watch releasing October 14th on Netflix, The Housemaid December 19th in theaters, Billionaire's Bunker September 19th on Netflix, Afterburn releasing also September 19th in theaters, Anaconda releasing this Christmas, Good Boy for the second episode in a row releasing October 3rd in theaters, The Last Frontier releasing October 10th on Apple TV+, Now You See Me, Now You Don't releasing November 14th in theaters, The Chair Company for the second episode in a row releasing October 12th on HBO, Anemone releasing October 3rd in theaters, Queens of the Dead releasing October 24th in theaters, and The Carpenter's Son releasing this fall in theaters. And this week we got the first trailer for The Mandalorian and Grogu releasing May 22nd in theaters, The Death Stranded animated film project releasing TBD, Pluribus releasing November 7th on Apple TV+, The Bride releasing March 6th in theaters, It Welcome to Derry releasing October 26th on HBO Max, The Hand That Rocks the Cradle releasing October 22nd on Hulu, The Perfect Neighbor releasing October 17th on Netflix, 911 Season 9, releasing October 9th, or premiering October 9th on ABC. Wicked for Good for the third episode in a row, releasing November 21st in theaters. Stranger Things Season 5, releasing November 26th on Netflix. Shelby Oaks, releasing October 24th in theaters. Avatar Fire and Ash, releasing December 19th in theaters. In Your Dreams, releasing November 14th on Netflix. Greenland 2 Migration, releasing January 9th in theaters. And Charlotte's Web miniseries, releasing October 2nd on HBO Max. In release dates, Joseph Kosinski's Miami Vice remake will release on October 6, 2027 in theaters. It will, quote, explore the glamour and corruption of mid-'80s Miami, end quote, and is inspired by the pilot episode and first season of the TV series. For those that don't know, Joseph Kosinski directed Top Gun Maverick and I think F1. And the Angry Birds movie 3 was pushed forward to December 23rd, 2026. They just need to cast Timothée Chalamet and he'll have 4 Christmases in a row of movies. This week, Normal got a release, will release in theaters in 2026, and Apple TV Plus has indefinitely delayed the release of their new TV show, The Savant, starring Jessica Chastain. So when I said that earlier, I did not double check that. The series follows an undercover investigator who infiltrates hate groups online to detect and prevent domestic extremists before they act. In castings, last week got some Zootopia 2 castings. Macaulay Culkin, Brenda Song, Andy Samberg, and David Strathairn have been cast as the Linksley family, with Macaulay Culkin and Brenda Song playing brother and sister,
which is strange
because they're married in real life. Yeah. Scary Movie 6 for the second episode in a row, Lachlan Monroe will return. Paul Walter Hauser has been cast in the Resident Evil movie. Saturday Night Live season 51 for the fourth episode in a row announced their first 3 episodes, hosts and musical guests, which October 4th. Bad Bunny and musical guest Doja Cat, October 11th with host Amy Poehler and musical guest Role Model, and October 18th Sabrina Carpenter pulling double duty. In the Angry Birds movie 3, it was announced that Mr. Beast has been cast, as well as Anthony Padilla and Ian Hecox reprising their roles, which is awesome.
Good that they they finally were like, okay, you're cool with Anthony again, we'll bring you back for Angry Birds 2.
Exactly.
3.
Brandon Perea has been cast as the male lead of the next Insidious movie. Leonardo DiCaprio has been circling a role in Heat 2. Tyrese Gibson teases that he may return for a new Transformers movie with Michael Bay. And Monster, the Lizzie Borden story. Ella Beatty has been cast as the titular Lizzie Borden, as well as Billy Lord and Jessica Barden also joining the cast. Denis Villeneuve will begin looking for an actor to play the new James Bond next year, saying they will be searching for a fresh-faced British male actor. Perfect. Millie Bobby Brown has been cast as Olympic gymnast Carrie Strug. Spaceballs 2, it was announced that Rick Moranis is officially coming out of retirement to return as Dark Helmet. The Social Reckoning, which is the Social Network 2, Bill Burr will star. His character will be fictional and made up specifically for the film. Jeremy Strong will officially star as Mark Zuckerberg, replacing Jesse Eisenberg. Greta Gerwig's Narnia has cast Denise Gogue. And Highlander, for the third episode in a row, Drew McIntyre has been cast as the brother of Henry Cavill's character. That is all for my first batch of miscellaneous news.
In my gaming news, we have the Seance of Black Manor will release on PC October 27th. Klonoa, Empire of Dreams, and Mr. Driller 2 arrived on the Game Boy Advance NSO app on September 25th. Detective Instinct set a release date of November 26th on PC and Switch. Retro-style first-person shooter Darkenstein 3D releases on PC November 21st. Western RPG Malevolent was revealed. Players explore the mining town of Gunsight, Arizona, as agents of the newly formed Federal Secret Service, facing supernatural secrets, releasing on PC. That one intrigues me. Mm-hmm. It's like spy-ish, like early spies, but it's also got this supernatural thing, so I don't know if it's horror or if it's just straight-up RPG.
I don't want to play it regardless.
Yeah. Dungeons & Kingdoms got a new look. Season 4 of Marvel Rivals launched last week. I don't have a specific day written down for some reason. I apologize. RoboCop Rogue City is getting a collection edition featuring all update and DLC content. Releases October 30th on PS5, Xbox, and PC. Detective horror game Heavy as Stone was announced for PC. First-person horror game SCP-Valravan has announced for PC. Superhero episodic narrative game Dispatch will arrive on PC and PS5 October 22nd. Recreation releases October 28th on PS5, Xbox, and PC. The Lift was announced for 2026 release on PC. A first-person house-flipping horror game set in a Soviet sci-fi setting. The puzzle game Still Stars Echo was announced. Ghost Rider and Black Panther were announced as the next characters in Marvel Cosmic Invasion. Still set for 2025 release, but It's almost October.
That's like the classic looking one, right?
That's the beat 'em up. Yeah. First-person action game Tank Havoc was announced for PC. Professor Layton and the New World of Steam has been delayed to 2026. A Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight featurette was released for Batman Day, featuring new looks at locations such as Wayne Manor, bat suits, and interviews with the game staff and James Gunn. Still very excited for this. It looks like young Bruce and Thomas Wayne might be playable, so the 7 playable characters thing might not be quite as accurate as we were hoping it wouldn't be accurate. Yeah. So at the very least, I could see Bruce being a separate character, and then maybe Thomas Wayne being a skin that uses the same amount of moves, so it's just Bruce. And I could see that happening, but
Dale said all the suits will have aura points.
Yeah. All the suits have like this aura points and stuff, like just like fake stats for, because you know what, it tells you where it came from and stuff. But, yeah, pretty cool. We got the revelation of the Batman the Animated Series suit, the serial suit from like the 1940s, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And then like the Batman Forever suit and stuff. So very cool. Revelation of Decay was announced, a pixel art sandbox zombie apocalypse survival game coming in 2026. Strategy game Systematic War was announced for 2026. Dark and cozy beach cleaning game Sandy was announced. Social deduction multiplayer game Cut That Wire was announced. Players figure out who the imposter is while also having bombs strapped to their chest. Unpetrified Echoes of Nature releases November 11th. Black Ops 7 gave the first gameplay reveal trailer. Kojima Productions gave a new look at the director's next game, OD, revealing an episodic nature with one being directed by Jordan Peele. The first episode directed by Kojima is titled Knock.
Yeah.
Kojima Productions, this isn't my anniversary, has also celebrated 10 years this week, I believe. Pal World revealed a spin-off farming sim, Pal World Pal Farm. This is... So, for those who don't know, Pal World has been ongoing a legal trouble with Nintendo, constantly making bullcrap patents on game mechanics. They currently made one that would really mean they need to sue everybody on the planet because they tried to patent summoning monsters at all. Because I guess, I don't know, if they went after them for the art style and the fact that they could go with the angle that the art style was AI generated, the concept art was AI generated.
Yeah.
And that was probably used from Pokemon art itself.
Yeah.
They could have gone that angle. No, for some reason, they're going to take this game down with everything they've got. And for some reason, the United States Patent Office is letting them do this. So in all this, Nintendo last week, or the 2 weeks ago now, at the Nintendo Direct, announced a Pokemon farming life sim. And so 2 weeks later, Pal World is like, hey, here's our own farming life sim with Pal World. Come at us, Nintendo.
Oh, I love it.
It probably wasn't on purpose.
Yeah.
In fact, I know
it's poor timing.
It's just the timing is hilarious.
Yeah.
Nintendo is bound to lose this one, I think. Yeah. I would hope so anyway. Like I'm a Nintendo fanboy, but this is ridiculous.
Exactly.
You can't patent game. Like I said, go after the game for the art style, because that is straight up. Avatar Frontiers of Pandora announced that the From the Ashes DLC coming December 19th, same day as the new Avatar movie. 2XKO, the fighting game, will enter early access on October 7th on PC. Fantasy Life Sim Animula Nook was announced. Yakuza Kiwami 3 and Dark Ties was announced, a 2-in-1 experience featuring a remake of Kiwami 3 and a new game featuring Yoshitaka Mine, or Mine, I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce that one. Black Ops 7 showed off first looks at the upcoming zombie mode. Monster Hunter Stories 3 releases March 13th, 2026 on all major platforms. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy is receiving a free update November 19th featuring a scene editor, soundtrack library, and art gallery. This is bringing it up to snuff with the other Phoenix Wright game collections that have since released. I'm hoping this is leading to a new Phoenix Wright game, because like the fact that they're giving so much attention on the older games, all making them available on everything out of nowhere, it's like,
it usually means something's about to happen.
Yeah, I hope so anyway. Silly Polly Beast releases October 25, PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. I imagine we'll get like a shadow drop or something, since they only gave us a vague window. Hoyoverse announced a new life sim game, Petite Planet. Forza Horizon 6 was revealed coming in 2026. Nintendo announced and shadow dropped Fire Emblem Shadows, a mobile phone strategy RPG with social deduction elements. Namo was announced, a Souls-like boss rush set during Korea's Silla Dynasty. Path to Tamertown was announced, a roguelike monster taming game coming in 2026. Possessors releases November 11th on PC and PS5. Doug Bowser is retiring and stepping down as president of Nintendo of America. Devin Pritchard will take his role and is the first woman to hold this position at Nintendo. She has worked with the company since 2006 under, I think, a financial position. So mixed with how long she's been working there and what her position she had before, I think we're in good hands.
Yeah.
Additionally, Satoru Shibata will take the role of CEO at Nintendo of America. He's been working with Nintendo for years. He's been in Nintendo Directs and stuff. People know his face.
Yeah.
Very cool that he's doing that. He's been CEO of other Nintendo branches before, so it was only a matter of time before he got over here. PlayStation held a State of Play Wednesday, September 24th. I got my notes. Jay's got his reactions.
I had to, so I want to,
yeah.
I have it zoomed in so far where you can see it as well, but I have it so where you can't see what's next.
Okay.
So we'll just start like this. I'll hold it like this.
Okay. We got a first gameplay look at Saros coming to PS5 March 20th.
It said it was giving Doom vibes, and the shield is dope, not going to lie.
Oh, yeah, the absorbing like projectiles to give yourself
I love how,
more energy.
Fluid it looked. And,
yeah. And then the boss, I said, what the heck is Vecna doing here? And Jay was like, who the heck is this ugly person?
Exactly. For those, in case you don't know, I have it pulled up so you can actually see my reactions too.
Yeah, well, you also texted me some of these while
we were watching it live.
A campaign trailer was shown for Battlefield 6. We got a new look at Neo 3 releasing February 6th. We also got a new look at the Zero Parades. It's the upcoming game from the people that made Disco Elysium.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of digging it.
But it kind of looks anime, though. No, it doesn't.
A lot of these are jokes.
We got a new look at Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles. Crimson Desert releases March 19th. Chronoscript Endless End was. I'm out of order on this a little bit. I'm sorry.
You're good.
Battlefield 6. Intrigued, loving this. Do I have to play the first 5?
With like 5 question marks.
Crimson Desert releases March 19th. Chronoscript Endless End was announced. It is I think it looks like it was it looks like it's a Metroidvania. It follows a character trapped in an unfinished manuscript and has this really cool drawn paper art style. Jay says -2 out of 10.
No, just 2 out of 10.
Okay, 2 out of 10. Title's an oxymoron. What's that on Crimson Desert you got right there?
Crimson Desert, I have...
Ride a Wolf, I'm sold. Code Vein 2 gave a first gameplay look coming in 2026. Alan Wake 2, Cocoon, Goat Simulator 3, Last of Us 2, Part 2, Tekken 3, Soul Calibur 3, and Tomb Raider 2007 will all be added to the PlayStation Plus catalog throughout October. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 is coming to PS5 December 8th. Absolutely beautiful. I said... do you want to play Google Earth?
Exactly.
That'll be $70.
Exactly. And I'm like, yes.
Gran Turismo has officially sold 100 million copies, and a new update for Gran Turismo 7 is in development. Mega Man content will arrive to Sonic Racing Cross World in 2026. Deus Ex Remastered was announced coming in 2026. Look... I told Jay some of the personality was lost in these new models. Like, it looked more interesting in the older version. The upcoming Halloween game got a new gameplay look for both Victims and Michael Myers. Releases September 6, 2026. Legit looks like manic. Yeah,
they did. That was after
the civilians. Like, there is no thought behind those eyes.
Yeah, I was mid texting mannequins or typing, and you said your message. I'm like, yeah.
Let It Die Inferno, a roguelike survival game, will launch on PS5 before the end of the year. Dynasty Warriors 3 Complete Edition Remastered was announced coming March 19th. Lost Epoch and a new expansion titled Oribus will come on PS5 the same day in the future. We got a new look at the upcoming free-to-play Seven Deadly Sins Origins, launching January 28th. Jay does not like anime, so
did you see what I said about it?
Animate you.
That was a joke.
Yeah. New speakers and a PS5 Kratos controller were both shown.
Let's go. Just kidding.
And finally, Insomniac finally gave us a new look. I was almost
what we all thought it was, what we were all expecting, what we all thought wasn't going to happen by the time it rolled around.
Yeah. We got a new look and first gameplay at Wolverine, including the announcement that Liam McIntyre is Wolverine, glimpses of Mystique, Omega Red, and a Sentinel. Other X-Men characters have been teased. It is releasing fall 2026. A new look is coming in the spring.
Look at my all caps.
Wolverine, let's go. Wolverine on a motorcycle. Mystique. So much gore. Yeah, it is very bloody.
Very gore. But I'm so there.
You want it to be.
Exactly.
But yeah.
And I go, God, I need this now.
Yeah, so excited for this. Cannot wait.
Oh, it's going to be so good.
That is my gaming news.
I have my second batch of miscellaneous. In new looks, we got a first behind-the-scenes look at 50 Cent as Balrog, Kalina Liang as Chun-Li, and Noah Centineo as Ken from the live-action Street Fighter movie. We got a new look at Mia Goth and Jacob Elordi and Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein. New look at Dwayne Johnson and a new clip from The Smashing Machine for the second episode in a row. Opening scene was released of Bone Lake. We got a new look at Ryan Gosling and Flynn Gray and Star Wars Starfighter. Wicked for Good for the third episode in a row, along with the final trailer. We got a new look at Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo, new look at Jonathan Bailey and Jeff Goldblum, our first look at Elphaba and Glenda outside of Dorothy's crashed house, and our first look at the Tin Man. Tron Ares, we got our first look at the original grid and our first clip. Got a new clip from Play Dirty, new look at Jesse Buckley and Christian Bale as the Bride and Frankenstein's monster, respectively, in The Bride. New look at Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise. And It, Welcome to Derry. New stills from The Stranger Things Season 5. First look at Human and a Creature from Pandora linking together in Avatar Fire and Ash. And we got a new clip from Splinter Cell Death Watch. And first looks, we got our first look at Liam Hemsworth as Geralt in The Witcher Season 4. Got our first look images of Anaconda. Our first look at Jiminy Cricket, voiced by Robert Englund in Pinocchio Unstrung. We got our first look at Jeremy Allen White as Rhoda the Hutt. And our first look at Sigourney Weaver in The Mandalorian and Grogu. First look at Sam Rockwell in Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. First behind-the-scenes cast photo in Spaceballs 2. First look at Charlie and Summer, the two dogs playing Buddy in Air Bud Returns. Got a first look at Just Picture It, announcing production has begun. In box office records and viewings, The Conjuring Last Rites for the third episode in a row became the third horror movie ever to pass $500 million globally and has already become the highest grossing movie in the franchise. Him, for the third episode in a row, opened with $13.5 million domestically. One Battle After Another earns $8.8 million in the film's domestic opening day and is now tracking for a $20 to $25 million opening weekend domestically. It also debuted with an A on Cinema Score, which I don't usually include cinema scores, but this one I did because it's strong for an R-rated film and the highest cinema score given to a Paul Thomas Anderson movie. Glenn Powell, for the second episode in a row, we got a new behind-the-scenes teaser for The Running Man. And in new announcements, James Cameron confirms he is writing a new Terminator movie. A new K-pop Demon Hunter short film has reportedly been rated and is ready for release. Camp Rock 3 is officially in the works. The Jonas Brothers will reprise the roles, and Demi Lovato is executive producing. The final movie for The Summer I Turned Pretty is in the works. It was announced the day the series finale aired. Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg are reviving The Muppet Show as a Disney Plus special next year. It will also star and be produced by Sabrina Carpenter, and the goal for the special is to greenlight a new season of the iconic series, which I love.
Which I'm guessing means they're wanting to return to like the original format of basically like slightly more appropriate Saturday Night Live with puppets.
Exactly.
Is kind of like, for those who haven't watched the original, it's a variety show. There's one guest star every episode. There's music that means the episodes can't really be re-released a whole lot because of rights issues and stuff. I love it. I'm so down. Sabrina Carpenter is absolutely the kind of guest you'd expect in a modern version of that.
Yep.
So
also, I should say, this is spoiler alert for what I'm going to talk about later. The Emmy-winning team behind the studio, Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So they didn't really sweep with the studio, but yeah, I feel like in their hands, it's safe. And I love that it's like not just a one-time thing. At least hopefully it's not just a one-time thing. It's like got a purpose. A reboot of Grave Encounters is in the works with Justin Long set to star. Kid Cudi, Willow Smith, John Boyega, Anna Sawai, John Cho, and Tiana Taylor will star in a new anime-inspired sci-fi film, Slime. The film follows a woman who signs up for a clinical trial only to be injected with a creature slime that unleashes powers she can't control. Leonardo DiCaprio and Jennifer Lawrence will star in Martin Scorsese's next film, What Happens at Night, for Apple. The thriller follows a married couple who travel to a small, snowy European town to adopt a baby, but nothing is quite as it seems. The official release party of A Showgirl was announced. Taylor Swift's event film will release in theaters in October 3rd through 5th only. It will feature the premiere of the music video for the single The Fate of Ophelia, lyric videos for the other songs on the album, Taylor Swift's never-before-seen personal reflections about her new songs, and it'll be 89 minutes long. Zach Kreger confirms he plans to direct a Weapons prequel about Aunt Gladys. A Macho Man biopic is in the works with Kenan Thompson set to produce. David Johnson and Cooper Hoffman will reunite to star in a new film, The Chaperones, for A24 with India Donaldson set to direct. It follows 3 slacker friends who transport a troubled teen across the country at Christmas. A Surf's Up sequel TV series is in the works. And Josh Brolin will star in the new action thriller Mister. Follows a man who wakes up covered in blood and realizes his identity as he fights killers that include his exes to his best friend. It'll be directed by Wade Eastwood, the stunt coordinator for some of the Mission Impossible films and Inception. And in miscellaneous mentionables, the live-action Sims movie will be inspired by the Lego Movie and Barbie. The runtime for Wicked for Good is reportedly 2 hours and 18 minutes. Christopher Nolan's been elected to the president of the Directors Guild of America. Paul Thomas Anderson says he is very disappointed that he never got asked to direct a Mission Impossible movie, which I saw that and I'm like... And Disney Plus is adding user-generated content to its platform. The first Creators Collection includes videos about Lilo and Stitch. I do not have This Week in Pop Culture History because I have something else.
I do have anniversaries this week. Buckle up. We're going to race through these, but there are a lot of major ones because we are getting into the fall. So, September 14th was the 40th anniversary of the Golden Girls.
That's right.
The Care Bears and The Adventure of the Gummy Bears. It was also the 35th anniversary of Tiny Toon Adventures, the 30th anniversary of Clock Tower on Super Nintendo, and the 30th anniversary of Super Picross on Super Nintendo, and the 15th anniversary of Halo Reach on Xbox 360. September 15th was the 10th anniversary of Undertale on PC. They did a big live stream thing. It was cool. I had submitted something that might have been in the stream. I don't think it made it, which was sad, but I do have a copy of it, so
yeah,
maybe I'll post it somewhere. September 16th was the 20th anniversary of Just Like Heaven and the 40th anniversary of Ultima 4 Quest of the Avatar on Amiga and Commodore 64. September 17th was the 15th anniversary of Easy A, the 15th anniversary of The Town, and the 20th anniversary of Johnny Test.
Oh, I love Easy A.
September 18th was the 10th anniversary of Maze Runner, The Scorched Trials, the 15th anniversary of Fred the Movie, the 74th anniversary of Streetcar Named Desire, the 10th anniversary of PJ Masks, the 20th anniversary of Life with Derek, the 60th anniversary of I Dream of Jeannie, the 5th anniversary of Super Mario 3D All-Stars on Switch, and the 15th anniversary of Pokemon Black and White on DS. September 19th was the 35th anniversary of Goodfellas, the 25th anniversary of Best in Show, the 20th anniversary of How I Met Your Mother, the 15th anniversary of Boardwalk Empire, the 55th anniversary of the Mary Tyler Moore Show, and the 40th anniversary of Ghosts and Goblins on NES. September 20th was the 10th anniversary of Pan, the 15th anniversary of Hawaii Five-0 2010, the 20th anniversary of My Name is Earl, the 15th anniversary of Mike and Molly, the 15th anniversary of Lone Star, the 25th anniversary of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 on PS1, the 20th anniversary of Indigo Prophecy on PC, PS2, and Xbox, and the 20th anniversary of We Love Katamari on PS2. September 21st was the 15th anniversary of Tinkerbell and the Great Fairy Rescue, the 50th anniversary of Dog Day Afternoon, the 15th anniversary of Raising Hope, the 27th anniversary of King of Queens,
dude,
the 27th anniversary of Will and Grace, the 10th anniversary of Wabbit and the new Looney Tunes that changed names, and the 15th anniversary of Civilization 5 on PC. September 20th was the 30th anniversary of Seven, the 30th anniversary of Showgirls, the 31st anniversary of Friends, the 20th anniversary of Everybody Hates Chris, the 20th anniversary of Criminal Minds, the 15th anniversary of Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes, 30th anniversary of American Gothic, and the 15th anniversary of Final Fantasy XIV online on PC. Jay is like shriveling away as I'm saying all
Criminal
these.
Minds is 20 years old?
Yep.
Stop.
September 23rd was the 5th anniversary of Enola Holmes, the 20th anniversary of Corpse Bride, the 20th anniversary of Oliver Twist, and the 56th anniversary of Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, as well as the 20th anniversary of Ghost Whisperer. September 24th was the 15th anniversary of Blue Buds, the 40th anniversary of Growing Pains, the 18th anniversary of Big Bang Theory, and the 18th anniversary of Chuck.
Yes.
It is the 32nd anniversary of Boy Meets World and the 25th anniversary of Baldur's Gate 2, Shadows of Am on PC. September 25th was the 50th anniversary of Rocky Horror Picture Show, the 10th anniversary of Hotel Transylvania 2, and the 55th anniversary of The Partridge Family. September 26th was the 57th anniversary of Oliver. So we got, in 1 week, we got Oliver Twist and Oliver. The 15th anniversary of Downton Abbey, the 56th anniversary of The Brady Bunch, the 63rd anniversary of Beverly Hillbillies, and the 61st anniversary of Gilligan's Island, as well as the 30th anniversary of Command and Conquer on PC, and the 20th anniversary of Sly 3, Honor Among Thieves on PS2, and September 27th was the 15th anniversary of Dead Rising 2 on PC, PS4, and Xbox, and the 10th anniversary of Lego Dimensions.
Yes. Dude, if I hadn't
Which
told
means
my...
it's been 10 years since my crippling Lego addiction started.
I'm like, welcome to the club. If I hadn't told my mom we'd watch Hairspray tonight, I'd go home and watch Chuck after he said that. I need to watch some more Chuck in my life. Instead of This Week in Pop Culture History, I do have the 77th Primetime Emmy Award winners. Severance took home the supporting actor in a drama for Tremel Tillman. Tremel Tillman took home the Emmy for supporting actor in a drama for Severance, as well as Britt Lauer taking home the lead actress in a drama. For Hacks, Jean Smart once again took home lead actress in a drama, and Hannah Einbinder took home supporting actress in a comedy after losing 3 years in a row. The studio went home. Seth Rogen went home with 4 different Emmys that night, including lead actor in a comedy, directing for a comedy with him and Evan Goldberg for the Wonder episode, writing for a comedy with him, Evan Goldberg, Alex Gregory, Frida Perez, and Peter Hike for the episode The Promotion, and Best Comedy Series, which he produced. Adolescence swept every single category they were in for, including directing for a limited or anthology series or movie for Philip Barantini. Owen Cooper took home the supporting actor in a limited or anthology series or movie Emmy. Writing for a limited or anthology series or movie went to Jack Thorne and Stephen Graham. Supporting actress in a limited or anthology series or movie went to Aaron Doherty. Lead actor in a limited or anthology series or movie went to Stephen Graham. And it also won the Emmy for limited series or anthology series. Last Week Tonight with John Oliver took home the Emmys for the scripted variety series and writing for a variety series. And The Pit took home Emmys for Catherine Lanassa for supporting actress in a drama. And Noah Wiley took home lead actor in a drama Emmy, as well as it won the Best Drama Series. Reality Competition Series went to The Traitors. Supporting actor in a comedy went to Jeff Hiller from Somebody Somewhere. Directing for a drama went to Adam Randall for Slow Horses, the episode Hello Goodbye. Writing for a drama went to Dan Gilroy for the episode Welcome to the Rebellion from Andor Star Wars Story. Variety Special Live went to SNL 50th Anniversary Special. Lead actress in a limited or anthology series movie went to Kristen Milioti from The Penguin, finally. The Bob Hope Humanitarian Award was handed out to Ted Danson and Mary Steenburgen. And The Late Show with Stephen Colbert won Best Talk Show. Quick fun facts for it. Jean Smart won the lead actress in a comedy Emmy for the 4th year in a row. The studio broke the record for the most Emmy wins in a comedy show's first season. Owen Cooper is the youngest Emmy-winning actor in history at just 15 years old. Adolescence swept every category it was nominated in, as I said. And then I go, what a coincidence. Ray Romano and Brad Garrett present Best Comedy Series while I'm currently binging Everybody Loves Raymond. And then first-time winners were most of the winners in terms of acting. Seth Rogen, Catherine Lanassa, Tremel Tillman, Britt Lauer, Hannah Einbinder, Jeff Hiller, Owen Cooper, Aaron Doherty, Kristen Milioti, Stephen Graham, and Noah Wiley. And that is my 2025 Emmy Award winners.
In anime news, Katsuo's manga is looking... I'm Looking for Zombie is getting an anime adaptation in 2026. Dan to Dan Season 3 is in the works. Isekai Quartet 3 premieres October 13th. Anyway, I'm Falling in Love with You Season 2 premieres January 2026. Clevites Season 2 is in the works. Reborn is a vending machine. I Wonder the Dungeon Depths is receiving a 3rd season. Wash It All Away premieres January 2026. You Can't Be in a Rom-Com with Your Childhood Friends will release in 2026. MF Ghost Season 3 premieres January 2026. An anime adaptation of The Strongest Man Born from Misfortune was announced. Otherworldly Munchkin, Let's Speedrun the Dungeon with 1 HP, has been delayed from October 2025 to an unknown date. Let This Grieving Soul Retire, Core 2, premieres October 6th. Oshinoko Season 3 premieres January 2026. Free Ren Beyond Journey's End Season 2 premieres January 18th. Dr. Stone Science Future Core 3 premieres in 2026. Doraemon received its first new closing song in 20 years because they have these songs for the credits.
Yeah.
First new one in 20 years. I just thought that was an interesting little tidbit.
Yeah.
Re-Monster Season 2 is in development. The Rising of the Shield Hero Season 5 is in production. Grand Blue Dreaming Season 3 is in development. A sequel to There's No Freaking Whale, Be Your Lover, Unless was announced.
I love that title.
I've said that title once before on here, and I think it got you just as much the first time.
Say it again, say it again.
There's no freaking whale, be your lover, unless.
It just sounds like something Hayden would say. Pause.
And
Unless.
it's ... unless ... question mark.
Yeah.
First look was given to the live-action Sakamoto Days film premiering in 2026. Though I Am an Inept Villainess, Tale of the Butterfly Rat Body Swap in the Maiden Court premieres in 2026. Young Ladies Don't Play Fighting Games was delayed to 2026. And Hanari-san Wants to Have a Fight Even If She Reincarnates is getting an anime adaptation in 2026. And that is my anime news. No comic news. A bunch of absolute comic stuff went down, but it's mostly like, I don't know, it's so much that we've said why we don't do comic books as much as we used to.
I do have quite a bit in my comic side of things. And DC, as I previously said, Aztec Batman Clash of Empires was released on HBO Max on September 18th. The Penguin, for the second episode in a row, Matt Reeves said, quote, "We're in discussions," end quote, on doing season 2. And as previously mentioned, Kristen Milioti finally wins Outstanding Lead Actress in a Limited or Anthology Series or Movie. The Batman Part 2, Matt Reeves dropped a little bit of information on it. It says filming begins in April or May of next year. Matt Reeves also said Sophia Falcone won't appear because they were writing it before or after The Penguin was made. Matt Reeves confirms it is a DC Elseworlds project, not in the DCU. And he also says the villain has, quote, "never really been done in a movie before," which means maybe not Mr. Freeze.
Maybe also, not Mr. Freeze, but I'm thinking it's going to be Court of Owls.
It has to be Court of Owls.
Because, I mean, it's been done in animation, but not in live action. Did Gotham have Court of Owls?
Gotham had Court of Owls.
But not in a movie.
Half a season. Yeah, not in a movie.
So maybe Court of Owls, maybe...
I just think of that shot from The Penguin where he's like...
That's like the only one, because obviously it's not Clayface.
Yeah.
So that's the only one I can think of that it would have to be...
that they haven't really done in live action yet.
Yeah.
Superman, as I previously said, released on HBO Max on Friday, September 19th. We also got the first deleted scene was released, as well as the blooper reel. Bat Fam, we got our first look. The series follows Batman, Alfred, and Little Batman as they go through life as a super family, releasing in November on Amazon Prime Video.
And before anyone judges it based on its look or the fact that Damian Wayne is called Little Batman, think of A, the target audience, and B, watch the Christmas special. It was good.
Exactly.
I don't know how I feel about the Bat family being Man-Bat, a Superman villain, and the ghost of Ra's al Ghul instead of the actual Bat family members.
Yeah.
That's
I saw Man-Bat. Isn't he living in their attic?
Yeah, and he's voiced by Bobby
Moynihan.
Moynihan, yeah. Where I'm like, okay, it's funny, but also you have Red Hood, Signal, Red Robin,
Dick,
Nightwing, Batgirl, Batgirl, Batwoman, Spoiler, who's also Batgirl.
Hush.
Yeah.
Don't forget about Hush.
You know, the uncle who always wants your dad's face. Anyway.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. The Brave and the Bold, James Gunn says they now have a, quote, really, really good story now, end quote, prepared for Batman. Peacemaker Season 2, Episode 6 dropped this week. Did you watch it? Do you know what happens?
Yes. I know what the reveal, because there's 3 more episodes, isn't there? 2 more episodes?
2 more episodes.
Okay.
So we're not going to say what we're not going to say what the reveal is, in case you haven't seen it, but
it's cool.
So good.
Saw it coming.
Absolutely.
And like, only way you could even remotely get that Earth adapted into anything, but...
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Spider-Man is canon to the DCU as he was referenced as a fictional character. And James Gunn says Superman will not appear in the show as people are speculating. I was watching. I had to like give the lore to my mom because she was in the room while I was watching it real quick. She didn't know what was happening, but I'm like, I need to tell you this because I'm excited about it. I need to tell someone. And I literally was like, the entire time. Clayface, James Gunn, says it has a lot of practical effects. And he also said a couple of more things. Says G.I. Robot is coming into live action.
I'm guessing lanterns.
Probably. He also said he has major plans for Mr. Terrific. He says many of the Peacemaker characters will continue into another DC show that isn't Peacemaker Season 3, saying, quote, it's not exactly Peacemaker Season 3. I'm not ruling it out. You'll see Episode 8, and maybe you'll find out a little bit more. Which
James Gunn announces Peacemakers.
Exactly. Which it makes me think that, like, the only other thing that I know of that it might be is, like, either Booster Gold or the animated Blue Beetle show.
Yeah.
Because those are the two people have been theorized will show up. Anyway, he also said they might focus on DC movies being about major known characters rather than unknowns, saying, quote, I'm probably not going to do certain movies with characters who audiences don't know. It's harder to get people in the theater for that kind of thing. In my mind, he at least has to be talking about at this very moment.
Probably at this very moment, because I want to remind him of a little 2014 movie that some guy he probably doesn't know directed, called Guardians of the Galaxy. No one knew who the Guardians of the Galaxy were unless you read comics or happened to unlock everybody in Lego Marvel superheroes, and we're like, oh, hey, these guys.
Case in point, whenever Chris Pratt debuted the first trailer on Jimmy Kimmel Live, I was watching and I thought it was a joke. Because I also wasn't big into Marvel at the time. But literally.
Still, so it's like, I mean, not that they could get too, there is a point where you would get too obscure. Like, there's Marvel characters who will never have their own movies. But I'm like, does that mean you'll never do, like, something with Plastic Man? Is he too obscure? Do not enough audiences know who he is?
I mean, I feel like, now he's saying movies. Booster Gold is a show.
Yeah.
But I guess that means that's why I say he has to be talking about for the current moment.
Like, I don't imagine.
While he's building up.
What's that one team. Hold on.
Then again,
the Challengers of the Unknown. It's not like they're going to give Challengers of the Unknown a movie, because the most mainstream thing they've been in is Teen Titans Go to the Movies as the random team that they replace they like send them to the ether and take their seats at the movies.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
James Gunn hears this and he's like, but yeah, I have to think he just means until they get like the more build up. On Marvel side of things, the Fantastic Four First Steps will release on digital on September 23rd. It has released on digital. The first deleted scenes were released, and our first official look at Doctor Doom was released. Marvel Zombies for the third episode in a row. Before it was released, we got a new teaser, a new look at Blade as Moon Knight. And then after all episodes were released, we got new posters inspired by The Walking Dead and The Avengers. And director Brian Andrews says they decided to include Blade in the series when they thought the Blade movie would be released before 2025. He also said to avoid whatever happens with that movie continuity-wise, that's why they combined him with Moon Knight, which is awesome. He's awesome in the show. Daredevil Born Again was renewed for Season 3, and filming begins next year. Avengers Doomsday has wrapped filming, and additional photography will happen later. Spider-Man Brand New Day, we got a couple of pieces of information on it. Tom Holland says that Spider-Man's new suit is inspired by Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield's suits. Filming was halted for a week after Tom Holland falls while doing a stunt and gets a concussion. Another stunt performer was also taken to the hospital. He did say today he's doing better, and it should be up and going again probably by the time this episode comes out, if not a couple days after. And also, Marvin Jones III has been cast as Tombstone, which he voiced Tombstone in Spider-Verse. And also, I told you, he looks the part, at least game-wise.
Yeah.
He looks like it. I think that's a very good cast. Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse has been moved up 1 week to June 18th, 2027, which is unfortunately the same release date as Gato, the Pixar film, which means they're probably going to change their release date. I saw that and I'm like, Pixar's got a decision.
Yeah, Pixar's got to change that release date.
Or else they're not getting anything. Hardly anything, unfortunately. X-Men 97, Ross Marquand says that Season 2 will be, quote, very dark. He went on to say, I'm amazed Disney greenlit it because it's so dark. A lot of people die. A top talent agent says that a client joining the MCU is, quote, still a crazy life-changing opportunity, but I don't have as many clients asking to do one as they were 5 years ago. And Marvel TV head Brad Winderbaum talks about the release strategy for upcoming Marvel animation projects, including new seasons of X-Men 97 and Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man will be released annually, and the potential for more seasons of Marvel Zombies will happen if enough people watch. Which, the way it ended, I'm like, I feel like you got to do something there. But that is all of my comics news. In celebrity deaths last week, of course, Robert Redford, he was 89, passed away, Hollywood legend, and the MCU Senator Alexander Pierce. Pat Crowley was 91, prolific Please Don't Eat the Daisies and Dynasty star. Amy Blanc was 62, The Walking Dead script supervisor. Brad Everett Young was 46. He was a Grey's Anatomy actor. And Grammy-winning songwriter behind Carrie Underwood's Jesus Take the Wheel, Brett James, died at 57. Gianni Coranto was 82, Italian production designer behind A Room with a View. Marilyn Nolden was 99, Imitation of Life and Angels with Dirty Faces star. Robo Shankar was 46, Indian actor, comedian, and producer. Zubeen Garg was 52, Indian actor, director, and singer. Rod Friedman was 93, producer and screenwriter behind Record City and the Transformers the movie. Sergio Salvati was 91, Italian cinematographer behind The Beyond. Aria Moscana was 78, Israeli actor and singer known for Diamonds and Operation Thunderbolt. And this week, Elaine Merck Binder was 94, one of the last surviving actors in The Wizard of Oz. Ben Scripps was 52, who was a Jeopardy champion. Claudia Cardinal was 87, Italian actress known for Once Upon a Time in the West and The Pink Panther. Nalin Pradeep Udawela was 56, Sri Lankan actor known for Joyful Journeys. Enver Petrovsky was 71, Kosovar voice actor known as the Albanian dub of Mufasa in the Lion King franchise. Tigran Kiyosayan was 59, Russian director and actor known for The President and His Granddaughter and Heat. And Andrew Dice, his age was not given, was co-founder of Karp Folgar. My sources this week were Deadline, Movie Insider, Variety, CNN, The Direct, Collider, Film Ratings, Hollywood Reporter, Entertainment Weekly, at Kroll Javar, Empire, The Sun, Fangoria, and of course, Discussing Film.
My sources this week were IGN, Crunchyroll, Discussing Film, GameSpot, and the official sites and socials of the studios and projects mentioned today. And now for the last part of Porgville. Was supposed to be the last two parts, but here we are with doing it in one.
We depart.
Before we depart,
eight more citizens. Amy Poehler, which I immediately go to government employee, but that's because I'm a big Parks and Rec fan. I could also see her co-anchoring the news with Tina Fey, but that's also because of Weekend Update. They were co-anchors on Weekend Update, but something in that vein.
Yeah, you know what? I could see her all co-anchoring, and I know that's a little bit, but we did that with with Tina Fey, so why can't we do that with Amy Poehler? So yeah, I'd see it. Amy Poehler as the co-anchor, her, Tina Fey, and who did we say was the cameraman?
Oh, we had Brad Pitt as a newspaper editor. The news station control room.
The three of them got this.
Yeah, and then we have Glenn Powell. It has to be something cowboy related. Because that's him just as a person.
Oh, he's Brendan Fraser's farmhand.
Yes, you're right. He holds down the farm while Brendan Fraser is at the farmer's market.
Yeah.
Chris Pratt. You knew he was going to be on here.
Yeah, I knew he was going to be on here. Chris Pratt.
He did work at Bubba Gump Shrimp Company. He was also a daytime male stripper.
You know what? Chris Pratt's a waiter.
He's going back to his roots.
He's a family man though. Like, so he's like, maybe he's like the manager or like high up something at a restaurant. You know what I'm saying?
Not really a chef, but like,
you know,
yeah,
head of the waiting staff or something.
Yeah. Maitre d'.
Yeah.
Is that what one is?
Yeah, there we go.
I don't know. Okay, now we have Margot Robbie. Barbie herself. And also see, I'm not going to lie, I can kind of see politics in this one too.
I feel like Margot Robbie is... Why do I feel like Margot Robbie... I don't know.
She's a hard one.
This is a hard one.
Should we come back to her?
Yeah, let's go back to her.
Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler?
I also don't know.
Hear me out. Adam Sandler is he's the only cab driver in town.
Yes.
Or he's a barkeeper.
I see a cab driver.
Something where he interacts with people a lot. Everybody knows him as the local funny guy.
Yeah.
You know, he might play music here and there someplace because he does that on the side. But
exactly, and he also does comedy as well.
Yeah,
but it's just yelling. It's him yelling.
He's like, the cab driver guy. Oh yeah, Adam. He screams a lot, doesn't he? Yeah, but I don't have the heart to tell him he's kind of annoying.
Yeah,
but
a crow almost flew right past our window. But like in an endearing way, like somehow in an alternate universe, he might have several flops under his belt, but like somehow we all love him anyway. Exactly. In this universe, he did win an Oscar for Veggie. Yeah, he's a retired Oscar winner. Jason Statham.
Jason Statham.
Hear me out. This might be typecasting, but I feel like he's going to be Jeff Goldblum's bodyguard.
Actually, I was going to say, I don't know why.
Is he the bartender?
I was going to say a bouncer.
A bouncer? Something tough guy.
Something tough guy. So
Something
maybe
tough
not.
guy.
You know what? We don't have a local karate instructor.
Oh, dude, that's going to get a high five. That is perfect. That is Will Ferrell level of perfect. He's also very serious about it. He's like Liam Neeson in The Class, but Martha Stewart. Did you know she was going to be on here?
No, I did not. Martha Stewart is the...
She owned the restaurant that Chris Pratt works at.
There we go. Yeah.
Now we
It's
have
the
two.
other non-food. It's the other non-food chain restaurant in town that's not owned by Guy.
Exactly. It's kind of like I feel like it's kind of like a Cracker Barrel kind of vibe.
Yeah. Either that or she's another substitute teacher, but
True. Or teaches home ec.
yeah.
But I like the restaurant.
We have a lot of people in the school, and we kind of want to be varied.
Actually, we only have 2.
Oh, we do?
Oh, 5 you include
We have a
Jeff
lot of
Goldblum.
teachers and stuff.
Yeah. Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep.
I was thinking principal.
Yeah. Meryl Streep gives...
Let me say that louder. Principal.
Meryl Streep gives principal and or... Yeah.
She gives off cool principal, but will lay down the law if she has
Oh,
to.
absolutely. Principal Streep.
Principal Streep, exactly. Also, that just rolls off the tongue.
That's a name that like you it fills you with fear, and then you meet her and you're like, oh, well,
like-
if I'm on her good side, then there's nothing to fear.
Exactly. You're like, there's nothing wrong with her, and then you spray paint a locker, and then she's like, I will murder your family. I'm just kidding. Maya Rudolph.
Maya Rudolph. Maya Rudolph's the home ec teacher.
Yep. With her voices. All right. Taylor Swift, my girl.
English teacher.
We already have.
Do we already have an English
do we have
teacher?
an English teacher? We do not have an English teacher.
English
I was
teacher.
thinking of. Why was I thinking of Aubrey Plaza? But that's art.
Yeah, I don't know. We're putting more people in the school, but like, come on.
It fits. I knew she was going to be teacher. I'm like, it's either going to be English.
She's
or
either
music.
teacher or she's your local barista that plays guitar on the sidewalk every Saturday, and you're like, Taylor, move! I need to get to work.
It's at the same coffee shop that Amanda works at, and Amanda's like, oh, honey. Imagine a teacher conference with her and Aubrey Plaza and Liam Neeson and John Cena. That's just gold.
Right?
That's just gold. Shane Top.
Shane Top. It's weird because he's
From
only
Smosh.
ever worked in acting.
Exactly. Shane Top from Mike Harley.
Shane Top's a counselor. I don't know if he's a school counselor or what, but he did go to school.
A therapist.
He did go to school
Psychology.
for psychology. So I think, yeah, we'll just go down that route. He's a local
I'm
therapist.
going to say therapist. I'm going to put that in civil service. I like that. I didn't think that. I
Also,
didn't think about that at
Margot
all.
Robbie runs the local clothing store.
Yep, fashion. And you know who her most frequent customer is? Jennifer Coolidge. I'm going to put boutique.
Okay.
She runs a quaint little boutique. Kristen Wiig.
Kristen Wiig.
Our last 3.
Our last 3. Why do I get lawyer vibes?
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, lawyer.
Should I put that in
Even though
poli-
she majored in art when I'm looking at her thing here, but yeah, lawyer.
Should I put that? No, that's civil service. I was going to say, should I put that in politics? What is it called? DA?
District attorney, maybe?
Oprah. Oprah.
Oh, I used lawyer too early.
Yes.
Oprah is...
This is a fire list, by the way. I'm just looking at all this. Why do I feel like if we put her in charity, her and Will Ferrell, she's the only person Will Ferrell will butt heads with.
Yeah, so does she also do charity? Like, do we put her like she's running the Goodwill or something?
I feel like we should, because I can't see her as anything but a lawyer.
Yeah.
I think I like that.
Also librarian, but that's just based on...
Oprah's book club. Weird Al wraps up our Porgville residence. Our first batch of Porgville. I think it's fair to say we'll bring this back. Why do I think Busker?
I was going to say he rounds out our school as maybe a music teacher.
Oh, yes.
But yeah.
This school list, music teacher.
Or in the alternate universe where he just graduated college and uses his degree, he runs the local construction company because he went
He
to
has
school
a
for
degree
in architecture.
I did not know
He
that.
majored in architecture. Yeah, he has a bachelor's degree in architecture.
architecture?
Yeah.
All right.
So either or.
Either or.
Yeah.
I'm going to put architecture hobbyist.
I'll build your deck for you on the weekends.
Even though that pays more than a teacher does. So
Why he does it.
Exactly. he does both. Okay. In our first batch of Porgville residents, in retail, Spencer Agnew was the game store owner / worker. Will Farrell is the wannabe theater teacher / diner owner / town backbone of charity. Brendan Fraser is the quaint farmer who owns his own farmer market, and Glenn Powell is his farmhand. Angela Giratana is the local grocer, avoidable, ? Ryan Gosling is a stalker and ice cream handler / seasonal lifeguard on the bequest of Jeff Goldblum. Margot Robbie runs the quaint clothing boutique, and Oprah Winfrey runs the Goodwill. In civil service, Jennifer Aniston is a random office worker who could possibly be a higher up. Olivia Colman is a charge nurse. Jennifer Coolidge is a hairdresser, as well as Chance McCrary. Anne Hathaway is a realtor / soccer mom, and Hugh Jackman is a handyman. Adam Sandler is the town's only cab driver. Shane Topp is a therapist, and Kristen Wiig is a lawyer, and possibly making a run for DA. Oh, we're building lore now. She's not a DA yet. She's about to. Politics, Jeff Goldblum is the mayor, who also on the side is a superintendent of the schools. And Jennifer Lawrence is the councilwoman. In school, Carol Burnett is the goated substitute teacher. John Cena is the PE coach. Liam Neeson is the history teacher. Aubrey Plaza teaches art. Meryl Streep is the principal. Maya Rudolph is the home ec teacher. Taylor Swift is the English teacher. And Weird Al is a music teacher, but he also does architecture. Food, Guy Fieri is a barbecue restaurant owner, and Martha Stewart is a country style
home cooking
restaurant owner, with Chris Pratt as her maitre d'. And miscellaneous, Tina Fey and Amy Poehler are co-anchors of the local news, with Brad Pitt being a newspaper editor and also running the control room. Harrison Ford is a local grumpy man / mall Santa, and Jason Statham is a local karate instructor. I feel like he and John Cena would be friends.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Either they're on the same dodgeball team or they're rivals.
Friendly rivals,
yeah. I love Porgville so much. We're bringing Porgville back.
And on that note, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all those interactive things. Follow the podcast and most social medias at Mondays for Nerds. Me, Tristan Stump, at Sir Stumpsalot or Sir Stumpsalot17.
Follow me at PoThePanda001 or Chris M. Pratt Fan.
And we will see you all next time.
Goodbye.
Bye.